You always want more.
I do want more. And I'm not going to apologize for it. I want more from me, from you, from us.
Welcome back for part 2 of our special edition Made in Texas interview series. Gabriella and Ben, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Ditto.
Can you start by telling us a bit about your specific role on Love and Death?
My job is to make everything look beautiful or ugly. I create the sets, which means everything you see on the set is coming from my department, which is also being dictated by the designer and the director for what they need and want. For Love and Death, we're in the late 70s, early 80s. So a lot of research, just trying to figure out what's appropriate for each character.
It's great hearing Gabby talk because she and I live in sort of parallel universes on set. If we overlap at all, it's usually when she's moving on to getting the next thing ready to look beautiful as I'm coming in to do sound. So what I do is on the day that we're shooting, I run the sound team who's responsible for recording the sounds that are made by the actors. So we catch the sound of the performances on the day. All the other sounds that you hear in the show that are maybe sound effects, that are music, that sort of thing, is added later.
And can you tell us how working on Love and Death is different than other projects that you've worked on?
Well, being part of the Max family, one of the biggest things is they do quality shows, but they also have the money to do it properly. So that is always really lovely when you have good people, you have the money to support it. I think we had over 150 sets. So we were all over the place. So we were in Kerrville, LaGrange, Seguin, San Marcos, Round Rock, Pflugerville. We were all over the place.
And Ben, how about you? Any standout moments or, what made this project different and special for you?
My favorite things about this show is that it's set during a time period when I was a kid. And so I would always look forward to walking onto new sets, checking them out, having flashbacks about elements of set decoration that I remembered from my childhood or friends' homes. It was a fun, nostalgic show that way. And it worked so well because all the departments were so thoroughly prepped and researched.
For both of you, were there any locations in particular that stood out that you really enjoyed?
I loved the Montgomery house as a set. The interior and the practical exterior. They're created to be a 360 environment, and ultimately we shoot part of it, and then from that it's edited into even smaller pieces. And so I always wonder what the heartbreakers are for you guys that don't make it into the final edit, like favorite pieces.
I have to say, and I have to give a lot of kudos to the DP, but also to Leslie, our director. When I first interviewed with her and Sunday and Suzuki, Leslie said to me, I like to see everything. Well, I've heard that from directors before, and you don't see everything. Well, you do see a lot. So it was very nice to actually see what we did, which normally does not happen. There's so much stuff that we do that it's all heads, but this, you see the world, which makes it great.
Yeah, that's great. Really interesting. And thank you both so much for telling your stories and for being here. This has been a lot of fun, and everyone can watch Love and Death now on Max.
I'll give you a sweaty palm high five.
You guys did great. Thank you so much, really.
Thank you.